Life is complicated. I never thought I'd live like this.
No?
When the war came, I did bad things. And after the war, I thought nothing of doing bad things. I killed people, smuggled people, sold people.
Niko Bellic, the Serbian protagonist from Grand Theft Auto 4, is one of the greatest video game protagonists to ever be brought into video games. His dark story of trying to escape some trouble he got into back in Europe while trying to establish a new life here in the States, constantly being convinced and ever so reminded by his cousin Roman of how great the US is and how many wonderful opportunities can be given to him if he just took that leap of faith and came to the United States. We all know the story of Grand Theft Auto 4 and Niko's struggles with his past, betrayed by one of his brothers in arms, haunted by his past decisions, and constantly struggling to establish a new life here in Liberty City. Grand Theft Auto's story, and likewise Niko himself, were such a shock for the series because it was Rockstar's first real attempt at creating a deep narrative behind these games. Niko felt real, he felt alive, he was a person trying to better himself and move on. But no matter how hard he tried to move on from his past and those decisions, he kept finding himself dragged back in, acting the only way he knew how, by threatening, robbing, and killing. Niko Bellic is memorable for not just his personal story of trying to establish himself in a brand new country, but trying to establish himself in a brand new country with his only little bit of family, Roman, constantly getting himself in trouble, involved with people that Niko knows all too well and how to deal with. As soon as he lands in Liberty City, Roman's already in trouble with some Albanian hoods. Then he gets deeper into trouble with some Russian mobsters that later down the road we come to find out has some ties to Niko's own personal problems that he was having back in Europe, hence why he was here in Liberty City. Speaking of Liberty City, it's a parody of the real world. Hyper-patriotism, homophobia, ignorance, naivety. Pay attention to the billboards and how advertisements are approached in the game, or even just things like Burger Shot, Clucking Bell. The backdrop of the city itself is so laughable and on the nose that when you take Niko's dark story and deep character development, by contrast, it sinks so much deeper. You feel so much more for Niko, and how his past slowly comes about also plays a giant role in it. Take this clip right here, for instance.
Disappointment is not a consideration. I have not been the same man since the day that Darko betrayed us, since I saw those things.
We lost a lot of friends that day, Niko. We both did.
In some way, my friends from the village were lucky. I lost myself that day too. Everything that was good and innocent in me died along with them. If I could live those hours again, I think I would have preferred to be buried in the pit along with everyone else. This is all that is left of me. What am I good at, Roman? What is my trade? A deal in death? Because that is all that is open to me.
Little by little throughout the course of Grand Theft Auto 4's story, Niko starts alluding to there being more behind the reason as to why he came to Liberty City. It wasn't just because of Roman. It wasn't just because he was in trouble in Europe and tried to get away. It was those things, but also he was haunted by his past, and there was someone that he felt that was responsible for a tragedy that he witnessed that was here within the city. And this led him to do a variety of jobs for some people that he thought were capable of helping him find this person who betrayed him. Originally, he thought it was Florian, who betrayed Niko and everyone else that was part of his old squad, yet when he runs into him, he admits that he had nothing to do with it. He, likewise, thought Niko was the one that did it. It's not until a couple hours later into the game, the person who's responsible, or potentially responsible, is about to be confronted, and Niko has this conversation right here with Rome. A conversation that shows more to Niko. He's a man that's lost. He's a man that doesn't know what purpose he really serves. He doesn't know who he is anymore. He's haunted by those memories. All he knows is those memories, and so he acts accordingly. It's not just a normal revenge story. It's not just a normal story of redemption or trying to find peace or even reestablishing your life. And what I really love about this isn't dialogue in a cutscene. This isn't dialogue that's immediately given to you. This is something that through 30 hours prior to it, you slowly start seeing that peeled away. Little by little, Niko shows us. This conversation is the only time he directly addresses it. It's one of the few times in games that I've experienced where you're not spoon-fed everything. And if you're paying attention, and even just the gameplay, little dialogue moments like this, there's so much revealed, not only about the narrative, but about the characters. And Rockstar doesn't end here. There's two different endings to this game, and both of them ultimately end in some type of tragedy for Niko. They refuse to let him be happy or have some type of peace of mind. Niko's a man who is lost, who's forgotten about, who's been completely altered through all the pain, suffering, and tragedy that he's been put through. And the game ends off in a way where you're not entirely sure he will ever be able to find peace. All he can do is make do with what he's got and pray for the best. The overall presentation, the overall writing, and how everything falls into place is why Niko is so memorable. Is why Grand Theft Auto 4's story is so damn good. It's why he is probably the best protagonist of the entire Grand Theft Auto series. But that's just my opinion. I would love to hear what you guys think about Niko Bellic. Is he memorable? Is he your favorite protagonist? If not, who is? Why? Let's talk down in the comment section. But in the meantime, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button for future Grand Theft Auto content moving forward.